Welcome to richardbankerwebdesign.com. I'm looking at how can I add an article to a menu. So right here we have a demo menu, we have beginners, we have upgraders. We want to add this professionals to this demo menu as well. How do I do that? It may not even exist on your page, but man, I need it in this menu right here right now. So this is how we go about doing that. First, we're going to go to the control panel. Right here, under menus, you're going to pick the menu that you want. You can either add a new menu item by clicking this one, or if you click on your menu, you may only have one menu in there. That's totally fine. And we're going to go new. This is going to give us the new menu form that we need to fill out. The first thing we need to select is a menu item type. And because we're trying to add a single article, we're going to look for the single article under the articles. This will open up some required settings on the right hand side. First, I'm going to go ahead and enter a menu title. I'm going to call it Professionals. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to look for my Professionals article. And if you have a ton of articles in here and you want a quick way, you know the filter just works wonders. So quick. Professionals. There it is. And now I've selected the professionals over here. Let's take a quick look at the left hand side. First we have our menu title. Then we have the alias. Now the alias, I'm going to click on the beginners one. The alias is this little part right here. That's what's going to show up as your URL. So for search engine optimization, you're going to want to make sure that your alias is correct and something meaningful. Don't put in there something that doesn't relate to your page or is really long. That's not the point. The point is to make it specific to your menu title. By default, Joomla will just grab this and throw that in as your alias. So you don't even have to fill it in if you don't want to. It's also a spot for a note. Your actual link, if you don't have search engine optimization turned on, or SEF URLs turned on, then a link like this is actually going to show up there. Your status, if it's published, unpublished, or trashed. Your access, do you want the public to see it? Is it just for registered users? Or is it for special, for administrators? Your menu location, this is the menu that you want it to show up in. So we want it to show up in our demo menu. We have about 7 different menus here, but we want it to show up in the demo one, so we're going to leave it on that. And then the parent item. Menu item root means that it'll show up right here. It'll say beginners, upgraders, professionals. And we're going to do that, leave it that way to start. The target window, parent means I want it to show up in the same page. So this is a parent menu link. Right there. Showed up in the same page. If it was a new window with navigation, it'll pop up in a brand new window, open a new tab, whatever. Is it the default page? The only default page, you only have one default page, and that's the page that shows up when someone types in yourwebsite.com. So your home page would be your default page, or if you had a different page that you wanted people to land on when they came to your website, if it was a major sales page, or if your big promo page, or whatever it is, you can do that as well. The language, if you have multiple languages, you'd play with that, and the template style. On the right hand side here, we have all of our different article options, and you can choose to show or hide any of these, or just use the global. The globals are set in your article options. As we go down, the link type options, you can add a bunch of different stuff in here. I'm not going to dig into that right now. Your browser page title is something that you will want to add. And we're going to add, we'll add that. Professional web design. Show page heading, we're going to say yes, just so I can show you what that looks like. Your metadata options, I'm going to go over that in a different video, so make sure to look for that later. But there you can add in your description and keywords and tell robots if they should look at it or not. And then different modules that are assigned to this particular, if they're assigned to that page or not. So there we have it. That's a quick overview, and we're going to hit save and close. Then we're going to go back and go to home, and you'll see under this demo menu now we have beginners, upgraders, professionals. And when I click on here, now we can see our page title up here is Professional Web Design in Dauphin, Manitoba, Canada. That also shows up here. So I'm going to show you a couple different things here. We're going to look at 3 or 4. First, your page title shows up there, but it also shows up here because we have it set to show. And sometimes you just take your title of your article and you drop it in here and you get two things that look identical and you're trying to figure out what's going on. That's what's going on. We'll show you how to correct that right away. Also, here's your alias. The other thing you can do is to have this as a sub-menu of one of these. So if you have a drop-down, like these ones may have drop-downs on them, if you put professionals as a sub-menu to upgraders, or professionals as a sub-menu to sample sites, then when I hover over it, it would drop down and you'd be able to see that. But let's go in and make a couple of these changes just to see what we're looking at. First with the alias, professionals underscore in underscore Joomla. Then I'm going to go down to the parent item and I'm going to change it to upgraders. This will make it a sub-menu of upgraders. Then we're going to go over to our page display options and we're going to say no. So that's 3 things that we've changed. We've changed the alias, we've changed the parent item, and the display options. I'll hit save and close. And then I'll refresh this page. And you'll see an error has occurred, the request cannot be found. The reason for that is that we have made a change to our alias. And so it's no longer professionals. So we're going to go to the home page. This will refresh everything. And then we'll click on our professionals. Now you can see our new alias is professionals in Joomla. You can also see that our page title is no longer there. And it's a little difficult to see on these ones, but you can now see that professionals is a sub-menu of upgraders. It doesn't quite line up. So if we were to click on beginners, professionals always appears a little bit to the right, showing it as a sub-menu. It's not terribly observable in this particular menu, but there you have it. Hope this has been helpful for you. If you need help, run over to richardbankerwebdesign.com, look for our help forum. Love to help you out.